Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be showing you how to make these, and these are cherry, orange and cinnamon Scotch pancakes. They're really simple to make, and as you can see they do make quite a lot. The recipe that I have provided today is going to make between 12 and 15 pancakes, and this is the finished result. So if you want to see how to make these, then just keep watching. So to begin with, I've got 150 grams of plain flour, and to that I'm going to add just a sprinkling of salt, and then I'm going to grab some bicarb of soda, and I'm just going to add half a teaspoon of that in. Now this is a half teaspoon measure, so I'm just going to add half a teaspoon of that, tap out the extra. And then I am going to grab some ground cinnamon, and I am just going to add about half a teaspoon of that, but you can kind of judge how much cinnamon you want for yourself because it's all personal preference. So I'm actually going to add a whole tablespoon. And then I'm just going to take my whisk and just mix that all together just so it's nice and incorporated. And then here I have 25 grams of butter, and I'm just going to melt this. Okay, so the butter is melted, and I'm just going to pour that into the mixture. I'm going to leave it there for a second, and I'm just going to take one medium-sized egg, and I'm just going to crack that. That didn't work, did it? I'm just going to crack that. Into the mixture, and then using my whisk I'm just going to break the yolk and start to mix all of this together. So it's going to get quite a bit sort of clumpy to begin with, but we're going to loosen that off in time. So here I have 125 ml of semi-skimmed milk, and I'm just going to pour this in gradually, just bit by bit, and whisk it as I go. So like I said, it's going to be quite clumpy to begin with, but the more liquid you add, the looser it will get. Then adding the last bit of milk. We're just going to whisk that all in together. Okay, so the mixture we're kind of left with is like this. It's quite thick, so I'm just going to whisk this a little bit more. So then here I have got 25 grams of sugar, and I'm just going to sprinkle that in as well. And you're just going to whisk it in. And then this is completely optional, but I have got some orange flavouring, and it's completely optional to add this, you don't have to, but I am going to add about half a teaspoon of this. And then you're going to mix it in to incorporate it. And then last but not least, I have got 25 grams of mixed peel, so this is mixed orange and lemon. So that is going to go into the mixture. And then finally I have got 30 grams of chopped glacé cherries, and that's going to go in as well. And we're just going to whisk this into the mixture. And that is our batter made. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I've got a 24-inch saucepan here. It doesn't really matter what size, and I've just got a little blob of butter in it already. So I'm just going to heat the gas, or light the gas, and just let that melt gently. And then what we're going to do is we are going to add just a spoonful at a time. You don't want to overcrowd the pan. So at the moment this is what our mixture looks like, and like I said, we don't want to overcrowd the pan, so we're just going to spread this butter nicely around the pan, You want to add about 3 at a time in this kind of size pan, but if you've got a bigger pan you can put 4 in at a time, and anything smaller, you know, you really can just decide this for yourself. So I've got the butter standing by here, just so that I can put more in when I'm ready, and you can also use oil for this as well, it really doesn't matter. So I've just got a tablespoon and my bowl of mixture, and I'm just now going to add 3 spoonfuls to the pan. Doesn't matter if it's a bit messy. So that's our 3 spoonfuls. So I've got my spatula waiting here, and what we're going to do is we're just going to turn the heat down a little bit, and we're just going to wait for these to cook. Now what we're going to do is we're going to leave them for just under a minute each side, and you just want to keep just picking up the edge with the saucepan here and just seeing if it's cooked underneath. You know that these are going to be ready to flip when you start to see bubbles appearing on the side. And then what you want to do is just pick it up from the side, and you can see underneath that it's just cooked. You're just going to shimmy it onto your spatula and then flip it over. And again, this is only going to need about a minute, if that, on the second side. You can keep them moving in the pan a little bit if you want to, but always make sure you keep just lifting the side to check that it is cooked and you're not burning it. So I would say that these are ready to come out. So I've got my plate standing by here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to check it, and you can see it is cooked on both sides. So if you need a fork to help you, I have got a fork here. And all you're going to do is just lift it up and out and onto the plate. So you're just going to continue this on with another knob of butter or a bit more oil. Just heat it around the pan. And then add another spoonful. So this is what you should end up with. So we've just got 3 pancakes here. They're not exactly symmetrical, but does that really matter? So I've already ripped one in half, and as you can see there's some peel there, and then there's a piece of cherry in there. So yes, that is my recipe on how to make cherry, orange and cinnamon pancakes. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed it, and please comment, rate and subscribe, and until my next video I shall see you all soon. Bye!